Good afternoon, students. Welcome to Avision SSC Bank exams. I'm Sneha ma'am. Today I'm back with the ninth part of our practice sessions, as we've been doing all day long from last week, that we are collecting questions and solving them up along with discussions of the other options and everything. So without wasting much time, let us go into our studies for today. Okay, let's see what questions do we have in store for today. Basically, I've collected these questions from your question paper previous years and I've solved them, and now I'm discussing each of them, and we are taking all the options one by one and discussing which is the correct answer and why is it the correct answer. If you follow these practice sessions, it will be easy for you to solve the questions in your exams, because here you get questions from all topics together. Okay, so while studying grammar is comparatively easier to practice, when you have voice, when you only study voice, that is only your topic, tense, and one by one you go. But when it comes to your exam, it's a different experience. Okay, so let us start off with our first question, which says this is an error correction question, right? So the sentence goes as, our new office will become operational from a week's time. Okay, let me get my pen. Now the mistake here is from a week's time, because we do not use the preposition from. Our new office will be, now we will come to the options, what they say. So number one says no improvement, that means this is correct. Number two is by the week's time. So number three is for a week's time. Number four is in a week's time. And our fourth option, in a week's time, is the correct answer, because we do not use from a week's time. It will mean that from this week. So no. We will use something that will mean within this week's time. Okay, so inside this week's time the new office will become operational. So that is our goal to express. So that is why this our fourth option is our correct answer. The next idiom is kill two birds with one stone. Okay, so this is a very well known idiom. As I've said, idioms are phrases which give you some deep meaning, more meaning than what is verbally expressed. It does not literally mean that you're killing two birds with one stone. It means something more than that. And let us explore our options. Number one is to try something impossible. No. Number two is to plan two murders simultaneously. That is also wrong. Number three is to achieve two results with a single effort. And that is our right answer, because it means you achieve two results with one single effort. So that single effort is our stone, and killing two birds is achieving results. Number four is an expert shooter. So that's also not at par with our question. So our correct answer is number three option. Let's go to number three question, which is again an error correction. You will not learn cycling unless you don't try. Okay, so this is our question. Unless you don't try. So there is something called until unless confusion, and here we will not use unless, we will use until, because this is here we are trying to mean that someone will not learn cycling till they don't try. So when we are trying to say till, we can also use until, but not unless. Okay, number four is, Rahul said to his mother, can I go out and play now? So this is an interrogative question, interrogative sentence, and there are some few things which you need to keep in mind when you convert this kind of sentence. Rahul said means it will be converted to asked. So Rahul asked his mother if he could go out and play then. Okay, so Play then. If we could go out and play then. So this seems absolutely correct from all sides because can is there, can will be changed to could, and also from play now to play then. As I've already said that when we write in direct speech, when we use direct speech, there are some words which need to be changed in our indirect speech. But why? It is because when it is spoken in the direct form, those words are proper, but in the indirect form, we are quoting the words indirectly, and those words do not convey you the meaning properly. If we could go out and play then is our correct answer. Number 2 is Rahul asked to his mother, but we don't use a to. No, we don't use this. Go out and play now. We also won't use now because it has to be changed to then. We are talking about that situation when someone was just saying, when Rahul was asking to his mother in those words. Okay, but now we are reporting it and those words cannot be used. Rahul asked his mother that could he go out and play then? No. Okay, so number 5 is a synonym question. As you know, synonyms are similar meaning words which are used, and our question is solemn. Okay, now solemn means very deep and serious, which is something serious, and furious, well, our options says number 1 option is furious. Furious is something different related to anger. Very high anger is furious. Ordinary is something very normal. Serious is the correct synonym of solemn because it means somber and serious. Okay, some deep issue. And ignorant is also not the correct one because ignorant means when you don't know about something. So our correct option will be serious, right? So this slide is completed. We go into the next slide where you have a passive form given. Means passive form you have to select, and our sentence is in the active form. So it's a voice question. The sentence is, fortunately the fire did not cause much damage. Now when you do voice questions, we can easily sort out our subject and our object. The fire is the subject here and damage is our object over here. And now their position has to be interchanged. Fortunately, not much damage is caused by the fire. The sentence correction of object subject was okay because damage is the subject and fire is the object. But the problem is caused in the verb and tense. In the tense, basically. So you need to concentrate on the tense as well. If it is did not, it will be fortunately not much damage was caused by the fire. Because the other options, they unnecessarily bring is being, was being, which won't be the answer at any cost because we don't have a continuous form over there. The fire did not cause much damage. No damage was caused by the fire. So this is the correct one in terms of tense and subject, object, everything. Now we move on to our spelling question, which is incorrect spelling word has to be pointed out. Number 1 is pamphlet. Pamphlet spelling is correct because this is the spelling. Portrait is the wrong spelling over here because you don't have, it's totally wrong because the right spelling is Portrait. Right? This is your answer. This is absolutely a wrong spelling and that is why this is our answer. Number 3, persevere is also correct. Pageant is also correct. Number 3, is again an error question. The sentence is Mohit did not went to school yesterday as he was unwell. Okay. Now this is a verb error. Okay. That is why I've been telling you from the first day of videos and also first day of practice that verbs has to be by hearted by you if you have to score good marks, because you do not only have verbs to understand, verbs are also related to the tense chapter, verbs are also related to voice and narration as well. So, and now this is a proper verb question. So, did not went is absolutely a wrong construction, because it's either went only without did not, and if you want to skip went, you have to write Mohit did not go to school. Okay, because went is a be verb. Went is a be verb. Went is a past tense of go, basically. Okay, so either you have to write did not go or you have to write went. Mohit went to school or Mohit did not go. So in the negative sense, it's did not go, because we do not write did not went. It's two past tense. Okay, both two past tense of verbs cannot be used side by side. Go went is the past tense of what? Go, basically. Sorry, there is no be verb but do verb. It's about the do helping verb. Did not. So did not is the negative past of do, and went is the past tense of go. So you have to choose between them. Did not go is the right construction, and here your correct answer will be went to school, because this is the portion that you have to change. So this portion has to be selected in the grammatical error. Right. The next is an antonym, right? It's an antonym, which is an opposing meaning word, has to be the answer. Your question is rare. Rare means, backwards. We usually say rare seat, rare window, right? Rare seat is usually used, rare window is used. So that means the back, at the back side. So your three options says lower, hind and back. So these are kind of synonyms. Hind and back are synonyms. Lower is not, and front is our answer. Okay, front means obviously front, which is आपके सामने, and rear means आपके पीछे. So that has to be kept in mind. Number 5 is synonym. Okay, most of the appropriate synonym. Eradicate. Eradicate means to get rid of or throw away. Eradicate means throwing away, discarding, throw away. Or discard. Right? Yeah. So discard. Eradicate is that. Number 1 is approve. Number 1 is approve, and this is not in any connection to eradicate, because approve means giving your saying yes. Approve means saying yes or pass a plan, something like that. Magnify is something different, which means to broaden and watch it, magnifying it. Condense is to make it short, And uproot means what? To throw away. So eradicate, the synonym of eradicate is uproot. Hence, this is our answer. We have arrived to our last set where we will do the same thing. So it's an error correction question. It says if a few drops of lemon are put in the milk, it has turned sour. Okay. This first part is absolutely correct, but what happened in the second part is, see, if it's a plan, like it's a supposition that if you do like this will happen. So it will turn sour, okay, instead of it has turned sour. This is a wrong portion. It will turn sour, right? Number 2 is, do you want to dash to Reader's Digest magazine? Now, number 1 is describe. Now, what do we do to a magazine? We usually take subscriptions of that, right? We want to read that, we want to get that in exchange of money, so that is our subscription. We put our name on their plan, like subscribing to these web series and these OTT platforms. So that's also subscribing. You're paying money instead of get in return of your service, right? So describe is nothing related to it. Describe means explain about something. Transcribe is again a different thing. Transcribe is writing out something, right? Transcription. So that kind of thing. Prescribe, which this is what doctors do. They prescribe you medicines, and don't get confused between all these scribe words, because all of them are different and not in any way related. Our answer will be subscribe, because this is the word used in case of this kind of thing like magazine or anything. We subscribe to them, we pay them in return of reading them every month. So there's a monthly subscription, yearly subscription. This is how it works. Number 3 is a central character in a story or play. What is it called, right? And it is called a protagonist. Straight cut, protagonist. This is the name, okay? Hedonist, opportunist, cartoonist all have different meaning. Hedonist means someone who believes in too much physical pleasures, means not body but normal earthly things, earthly pleasures attracts a hedonist, and a hedonist always wants to achieve those. An opportunist is someone who looks out for opportunities. And number 4, a cartoonist is obviously someone else who draws cartoons, comics. So our number 1 option is the correct one. Person or living, animal living on another. Okay, so any person who lives on another person or takes nutrients from someone is a parasite, right? Parasites are examples, or parasites are some insects or animals. They live on others, means they take their nutrients from the human they have got into. Okay, so this is a parasite. Number 5 is an appropriate word, right? The appropriate kind of word has to be supplied. Your demands are bound to lead to dash in the family. Now, absence means what? Absence is the opposite of presence, so that is not related to our sentence. Number 2 is discord. Discord is our answer because discord means lack of peace. It means lack of lack of peace. Okay, let me write it clearly. Lack of peace. So discord is a negative thing and it easily goes with this sentence because this is something related. If maybe the demands are such, it will cause a lack of peace. So this can be our answer. Number 3 is barrier, which is not going with our sentence. Barrier means a block, and decrease is something else. Decrease means to become less. So discord is the correct answer for here. Now we have come to the end of our practice session. As usual we do. So we will finish up today over here. There have been enough questions discussed almost, and tomorrow it will be the 10th part of that. So I would request students to share this video if they have liked it, if they have liked the solutions and explanations with other people who are also preparing for their exams. And if you haven't watched the previous videos, do watch them up, practice and take a copy, write the examples and everything if you want, and then come to the practice sessions because these are extremely important for your exams. Knowing how to solve the questions is more important than actually learning them up. Means you have to do both. While learning, you have to practice so that both are maintained. So thank you, students. We will meet tomorrow in our next practice session. Thank you.